Yeah, so the story of David and Saul, right? Saul loved David. Saul, listen, Saul loved David, but see, because of the jealousy that arose in him, y'all don't know the importance of when God say, leave your family, leave your home, because guess what? When you leave it, he will give it all back. You have to understand that everyone has a brokenness to them, and they don't identify it right away. You know, they're just living life and suppressing life. And while you're trying to fight for your life, literally, and break things on your life and follow God, you can't be around everybody. And see, some of us put ourselves around people because people could love us, but still attack us, still do things to us. Even if God gives us a word to say to them, and this is why some point when God say it, but then I need you to back away, because you don't know where people are at. You don't know where they at. Like, this is why they have to see the God in you at all times, but you have to have the spirits and the fruit of our Father in you at all times. Listen, turn the other cheek. Don't get offended when people start attacking you. Don't get offended when things just start going wrong, because you're speaking out, because you want change. People can love you and literally still be jealous of you. And it's not necessarily that they're going to become an enemy. It's just that they're not dealing with what's inside of them. So the thing that I love about that story is, even though Saul tried to kill David, even David knew this. Like, I know you trying to kill me. I know you don't like me. I know that there's sometimes that God's going to tell me to reach out and talk to you. And I gotta, I gotta deal with the spear being thrown at me. I gotta deal with you coming at me, you plotting and scheming behind me. But see, God will prepare us on that end as well. But the thing that I love with David is David knew that even though I know you're coming at me, I have to separate. I have to remove myself. I have to still be obedient. But I know that there's something in you, that you're not totally a bad person. You're just broken, and you right now, this may not be your phase of dealing with it. God may have them still being in their Saul moments. And as I'm walking with God, it don't give me the right to hurt you or attack you, do evil for evil. But yeah, I know that you are anointed, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm still going to protect you. I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to show kindness. I'm still going to do everything that God asks. And when people came against Saul, do you know David was like, how dare you? If you go against Saul, you're going to be cursed. It's amazing. David knew that there was some anointing on Saul, because even though he was the people's choice, God still allowed him to be king. So God appointed him to be king. He told them, he's like, go ahead and give them Samuel, go ahead and give them what the people want. So therefore, he was still appointed by God. So David knows, I'm not even going against God on this one. We don't know who's anointed and who's chosen. We don't know any of that till God starts showing us as we're walking with him. But then as God shows you, don't you dare put your mouth on nobody. Don't you dare, even if they're your enemies, because guess what? The one thing I love with God on this journey is God says, I bless those that bless you. I curse those that curse you. So understand, people that do things to you, you remain Christ-like, because you don't know what can change people. You don't know that you are the light that's in their darkness. And right now they're just in darkness. They're in brokenness. They're in sin. They're in shame. They're in guilt. They're living their life, whether they choose to stay like that or whether they're like that because of people around them in their environment. You still show the characteristics of God. You still show. And you be like David, I know you're coming for me. This is why we had to give ourselves to God, because every assignment, every attack doesn't just come from enemies. It comes from those that love us. And they can have good hearts, but they got to deal with them. And when they're not dealing with them, yes, it can hurt, but yet, because we serve a great God that loved us and showed us mercy, as in Romans 11:31 and 32, we have to show that same mercy and grace. So this week, I want to challenge y'all. Everybody may not be good for you, But can you tell yourself, listen, I'm going to separate myself right now because as I'm growing, I know that they may not be changing. They might not, they have good hearts. There are people that have good hearts, but it's just the spirits that they allow to get attached to them. So can you separate yourself? Can you start seeing things with a brighter perspective of God, out of God's lens and not our own lens? Like, God, listen, I know they love me, but see, they're in a broken phase. I can't make them change because God don't make them change. God will try to knock if they're not allowing God in. How do you think that you're going to get in? We can't change people to be who we want them to be. Trust me, I done been in situations where I done seen potential in my ex-husband and people around me pushing them to be better, but it's only going to cause jealousy. It's only going to cause more pain on our end than anything. So allow yourself to be the light in the room. You shine bright. You still show that love and kindness. And then maybe not, but maybe they can change by them seeing like you don't treat them like the rest because of their bad behavior, their mistakes. Like maybe they'll change because, listen, you decided to go against the odds. You decided to go against the devil. The devil wants you to react and get out of character and do all that. That's the point of him using them because of where they're at. But I challenge you today to change that. You know what? My family, I'm going to have to come out amongst them right now. Because if God is going to use me to change the trajectory of my family, the curses of my bloodline, I got to be removed right now because it's going to only cause more pain on both ends, but it ain't going to always be good if they allow the wrong spirits to use them. So I'm going to back away. Can you back away? Can you separate yourself? Start walking with God and becoming who God called you to be? Can you start identifying the Sauls in your life? As God is making you a David, and God, work on me because you're going to have to work on us. So God's going to put you in situations to get you out of the offense mode, to teach you how to turn the other cheek because it's not easy and it's going to take a minute. And just start being so vulnerable with God. God, I need help in these areas. So I challenge you to give yourself to God. I challenge you to say, God, work on me, do a new thing in me. If you're going to use me, but help me to be different. Help me not to treat people how they treat me. God, help me to see out of the lens of your eyes and not self. Because if I continue to walk in flesh, I'm going to treat people how they treat me. And you say don't treat people how they treat us, because the golden rule in Matthew 7:12 is treat others how you want to be treated. So I'm still going to show kindness because that's what I want back. And I'm not going to play with God because I know the moment that I open up my mouth, the moment that I say or do anything, I got to pay for that. And that karma is coming. I curse those that curse you. I bless those that bless you. I want to continue to get the blessings of my Father even when it hurts, baby. Even when it hurts. So I challenge you. I challenge you to start identifying the Sauls in your life. I challenge you to start backing away. I want you to start working on you, writing things down if you have to help you know, okay, on this day, I seen, who was coming against me and how did it make you feel? Start writing things down of how did it make you feel? Like, be vulnerable with God. I want y'all, that's my biggest challenge. If anything, start giving yourself to God. Be so vulnerable with God that you start releasing all that pressure, all that stress that's on your life. I don't care who's the Saul in your life, what they're doing on that job, in the relationships. Ask yourself, why are you in it? Listen, even if it's just not family, why are you in relationships? Why are you with the Sauls that treat you and mistreat you? Can we get to the root of the issue of things? Can we start, identifying that? Why do I take people down in me? Why do I take people still attacking me if it's not from God? Is this from God or is it not? Or is it something that I got myself in? Because anything that God has you in, He's going to give you peace. So I want to challenge you to start removing yourself. I want to challenge you to start identifying and writing things down. I want you to be able to say, you know what? I got myself in this and I'm going to ask God to get me out, because guess what? One thing about it, He will rescue His children. Psalms 34:19. Baby, we face many troubles, but we serve a God that will rescue His children. So can we allow God to be God and be our Father? So I challenge you this week for the next 7 days to start identifying the Sauls in your lives, at the workplace, in the relationships, in the friendships, and how can you start detoxing yourself from it? How can you start removing yourself from it? in a way that it's not going to be more aggressive or more, will make things worse. Or start being honest with yourself. You know what? Hey, listen, this friendship has been cool. I'm not growing, so I want us to separate ways because, you know, I'm starting to see jealousy. Or can y'all start communicating things? Can we start using our words, being verbal and communicating? Hey, listen, this is how you made me feel, and see how it go. Even if you have that jealousy or things are rising up in you, can you admit that to the people that's around you? Can we start saying, listen, I'm like, dang, we've been doing the same thing, but you know, you got ahead, and I kind of got a little jealous, and there's a good thing as good jealousy, because you know that you wouldn't do evil towards somebody just because you get a little bit just like, dang, nah, like, trust me, there's two different types of jealousy. Those like dang, like, God, come on now, when it's my turn, you don't bless them, like, come on, like, I'm happy for them. But it ain't type of jealousy where you get jealous. Now you creating all types of evil in your heart to try to bring them down and do evil, and to the point that jealousy can lead to death. And we not doing that. So in this season, can we remove ourselves? I want to challenge y'all. Can we remove ourselves from people and things that are like Sauls in our lives? What are the Sauls in our lives? Because I want to be like David, to know what's at me, but know that God is in the situation and in the circumstance. But I know better not to mistreat that person or that thing or the environment that I am, because I know that God will come after me. I want to keep my humility, my character. I want to keep, you know, who He's created me to be. I don't want to have to continue to keep starting over, going through cycles again. So yeah, I want to challenge y'all to identify the things in your life, start detoxing from situations that don't do us any good. And if God got you in it, God, how can you give me the strength and the endurance to stay and remain in a place that don't treat me right? So let's do it for the next 7 days, okay? Like, let's start detoxifying things out of our life so we can grow in all aspects of our lives. Love y'all. Have a blessed one.